Hello and welcome to the weekly market update, where we review the action of the week and see what's setting up going into next week. If that's what you're into, stick around. All right, what a wild way to end the week. Some interesting action and some interesting thoughts from some world leaders around the Americas here. We had a big scuffle between Elon Musk and Donald Trump regarding this bill. We thought, on Wednesday, I thought this whole tweeting thing from Musk was like just a snoozer, but he can escalate things very quickly. Pretty much caused his stock price to decline rapidly yesterday, which created some opportunities. During that, not in the public account, but in my account, we were selling some puts, today we sold some calls because I just think it's probably not going to be doing anything for the time being. But lots of punches thrown between Trump and Musk, and I guess it kind of fell intraday today when Trump said he didn't want to meet with him. So hey, interesting news. But wow, today was a pretty remarkable day. Another follow-through day vibe in the market during yellow cycle, and just super interesting. So let's without further ado, let's get into it and get to see what the Market Monitor has to say. The Market Monitor is a collection of data that I've taken over time. That, combined with established strategies by William O'Neill, Richard Wyckoff, and Stan Weinstein, I could use it to peer into the market to see where we're at in the cycle and where we could be going. I'm going to use this data to cross-reference the averages. So if this data is above average or below average, that should tell us something about where we're going and where we've been. By knowing that, we could set an expectation, and if that expectation is met or not met, we can make decisions based on that. And that's why the Market Monitor is a crucial part of my investing process. And I hope you guys can get a lot out of this segment. And if you want to know how the Market Monitor works, I'll link a video in the description below. It explains everything. Cheers. All right, so we are currently at Market Monitor Yellow, day 12. And it's been a it's been a long one. The average number of days in Market Monitor Yellow is around 9 days. We're currently at 12. Average move of a yellow cycle is about negative 0.35%. We're sitting at about 1.19%. And the distribution count is back up to 5. And it's going to take another follow-through day type vibe where we go up another 2% from here to get rid of some of these distribution days we've seen close to us. So, we're still looking for the market to pull back here. We're just extended. We're above average. So you could take it as like its strength, or you could take it as it's a rubber band. It's about to come back. All right, moving onwards to the stage analysis. You can see here we have 55% of stocks in stage 2 uptrends. So that's good to see on the bullish side. 16% of stocks in stage 1. That's good long-term bullish side. 6% of stocks are in stage 3. And then 23% of stocks are in stage 4. We got a big decline of about 6% today. So that's fairly bullish. And getting into overbought readings even on the stage analysis side, things start to kind of pull back here. I'll show you guys later in the Market Monitor segment that when we get above 70% of stocks that are in stage 2 and stage 1, things can get a little overheated. But we're starting to see big moves, so it can keep going too. All right, so moving onwards, we have 89 stocks here making 20% moves in 5 days. So this thing's starting to pick up. So we're starting to see big moves happen. But typically when this starts to happen, it's towards the end of a rally. So we're just monitoring that. Not that many stocks are making higher highs or lower lows. So interesting there. And then it's kind of muted between where the stocks are ending at the day, up versus down, or at the high of the day or the low of the day. So moving onwards to, a number of stocks making 5% moves on $100 million volume. So we got 41 there. We got 150 stocks in short-term uptrends, and that's a momentum indicator. So from the previous day, it's accelerated. So yeah, I mean that's just a short-term momentum indicator, so it could keep going. And then the TD cell's finally starting to pick up. Okay, so we've been in kind of a lull here, even though we've been in cycle yellow, but we're getting back up to there to an overbought kind of a reading here. And I mean, I know this thing can get higher than this, around 800 and 1,000 and stuff, and it's harder to tell on the TD sell side than the TD buy side. But as you can see, the TD buy went kind of down, so people bought that dip. And then the anxiety index is still at 23K. It's all good. And then 71% of stocks are in stage 2 and stage 1. So market monitor looks bullish, but there's a high distribution count. So we'll have to see how that plays out. So yeah, I mean, with that, let's go check out the portfolio and see what's going on there, how we're doing. For those of you who don't know, I've been an investor for over 10 years and a full-time swing trader for the last 5. In August of 2024, I welcomed my first child into the world. To build his financial foundation, I funded a $100,000 account for him, which I'm growing using a personalized 60-40 portfolio approach. This channel will document that journey. My goal is to create educational content so that one day my son can learn how I grew his account and apply it himself one day. To follow the portfolio's every move, check the link in the description below. I attach it to a website that tracks every trade. Drop your questions or thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys along the way. Cheers. All right, so portfolio's up nicely today, like 2%. Yeah, this website's messed up again. I said I was just going to report the website, but now it's getting even way more messed up. Yeah, we're nicely up 8% now, which is great. Accounts moving, and we're in some nice movers. We had some silver stuff that moved the previous day, and now we're getting some technology stuff and Bitcoin stuff starting to move. And what's crazy about this account is we're outperforming, and it's a bond portfolio, right? We got a 5% yield in this thing. So super happy with the performance thus far. So maybe we could looking for 20 to 30% this year with dividends. Yeah, so let's move on to something I haven't shown before. I wanted to show you guys actually the stocks that I have and that I've been riding this whole time. As you can see here, I mean, a lot of the stocks. I mean, I'm approaching, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stocks that are up 50% on the year so far, and 2 or 3 of them are approaching doubles already. So we've been really the market's been kind to us, and yeah, we're loving it. So excited about that. I mean, we have been selling calls, so we're still waiting for all this call income to start coming in, because we're excited about that part. Because once you get these things that move up a lot, you can just start selling calls and making income, instead of selling stock. So yeah, we're excited about that. Yeah, we'll talk about the moves in Tesla, in terms of our portfolio. We still have it. We haven't touched it, but yeah, if we go to the loss side, you know what? A lot of these income stocks are just kind of, hanging in there, not really outperforming, not really doing anything for the account, but that's fine. I mean, because those things are more longer term. They're not explosive like some of these small caps that we're in, that give the alpha for the account. And yeah, we sold Sam Adams beer, and we actually got into an options position in Rivian. So that's something we did. Sam wasn't really doing what we wanted it to do. I'm still debating on this IQ, what we're going to do with that one. But because Sam was such a high-priced stock, we weren't really selling calls in that thing, so there's no reason to hold something that's not doing anything and you're not making income from it. So at least with IQ, it's a very low-price stock, and the options are very expensive. So we're just selling those, having a good time there. But yeah, I mean, without further ado, that's kind of all she wrote on the portfolio front. Oh, one more thing, I could show you the outperformance. Yeah, so we're nicely outperforming the market. Yeah, we're beating the S&P by about 5.5%, and the Qs by about 4.75, but of course the count's like a little bit off. So I think we're doing a little bit better than these things, like by 7-8%. So that's good for bond portfolio. Yeah. So let's move on to the TA part of the video, and cheers. All right. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at the intraday 3-minute chart of Tesla, and yeah, what a nice decline there of about 17%. We started getting involved here because we saw the IV spike and we saw this thing really kind of start to waterfall decline. We were selling some puts and we sold some a little bit early, but then we kept, just kind of added into it, and it became a nice trade for us. Yeah, we're still holding our Tesla long, but what an interesting day and news. And, like I talk about a lot, whenever you have these candles that are really large candles, okay, and then the price, like today, gaps into the middle of it, we're leaning really bullish on this candle. The reason why I got involved was because it was basically crashing into these two moving averages, the yearly moving average and the quarterly moving average, and it was crashing into this breakout point. So it was just a nice little go long trade. I'm not shorting anything because that would have been nice if you're like super into doing news and stuff like that, but we're just not really into that. As you can see, these are the puts we sold and then the calls we sold right here. So we're just kind of making a bet that it's going to do nothing, and even if it goes down, it's going to take them. It's going to take some of the call premium. So we're pretty safe here, unless this thing can go down another, 35% very quickly, which, hey, I'll take the other bet. Yeah, moving onwards to some of these big moves today. Wow, InnoData, thankfully they opened up more calls and I was able to sell the 55 before this move. But even that is looking tested here. Like I said, the moving average is getting close and we were looking for a move here. And yeah, this thing's up 35% from that call. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, apps. This thing, dude, I don't even know when the earnings are. They've changed the earnings again to the 16th of June. So whatever is going on here, the stock is going up a lot. Stock is up 36% in like 2 or 3 days. So hey, that's fine. But yeah, we're wondering what to do. We have the 5.5 calls sold here. We sold them for about like 35 cents. So we got some legway, and then in some other accounts, I'm selling the $6 ones. So we're gonna see what's up with that. We're just hanging in there. Whatever the earnings happens, this thing can move a lot, and if it's moving a lot before the earnings, I think it could be really good. So I'm gonna probably have to roll these and adjust this call because I have the June one sold. So maybe I'll just do July 7s or something like that, and just get the same amount, and then the same amount of crush for earnings. Plug, I'm not in plug in the public account, but that one's doing nicely. BitDeer, yeah, we sold the July 1750s on this one. Coming back, making a nice move. SMR is making a nice move today. It's kind of bouncing off of this area that we're interested in. So hey, yeah, we have some calls sold like way higher than here. So 15. We got about 30% move left in this thing before we got to adjust anything. That's another thing. Yeah, so Tempest is doing pretty good. We said that like when it went down here on this massive volume candle, similar to Tesla, but Tesla actually went in the middle of the candle. So this thing is just kind of hanging out here next to, whenever these guys bring the price back to, the scene of the crime, so to speak, right here, it pauses. So it's either going to gap up above this area or stall out and go back down. So hopefully, it gaps up above this area, but definitely not a fan of the stalling. But these two candles get me a little bit bullish, like these last two candles with the volume situation there. This is another one in my other thing. So Moderna, I've been talking about Moderna for a long time. And it's looking nice, okay? It's looking nice, especially this last candle right here, where we had more volume yesterday, and then this kind of, what they call it, a bullish engulfing candle. Or is that, it's close enough. But yeah, we have a nice move here on low volume. So I'm just thinking that these guys who have been selling this thing down here, like down, I don't know, like this thing is down like 90%. and they just keep selling it. So, good for them. I'll take the other side of that bet, and yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, I mean, I think minimum, if this thing gets above the quarterly moving average, it's going to go to up here like 35. So we got the 35 sold there. Yeah, what else? Just honestly, I could go through all these things, but there's a lot of moves. I don't want to make the video too long, but a lot of big moves today. FTAI is moving as well. It's looking nice on the weekly. So that's the thing. I mean, a lot of these stocks are looking pretty nice. So, I want to pull back, but who knows? I mean, ELF's been crazy. It just goes up the same amount every day. Yeah, so we got into Rivian here. So, and we did it in a different way. Maybe I'll tell you guys about this. So basically what we did was we went out and we bought the long-term options, the Januaries. I think we got the 10s or something like that. 10s or 12s, 12.5, excuse me. And then we're selling front month 17s. So, it's same thing as our Japanese yen position. And this is kind of what I want to do as the account grows and get a little bit more leverage positions in here with the, dividend money and stuff like that, because you can basically get a lot out of these positions with not that much equity in there, and get the move. But, if we look out on the weekly, I mean, this thing has all of the hallmarks of something that just wants to explode. So we're excited about that one. Similar to AG, AG's just stuck right here at this average right here, but just hanging in there. Same similar vibe, and AG, boom. The only thing that Rivian doesn't have going for it is it doesn't have the volume coming in here. It's got the volume here. So I think if Rivian did do anything, it would kind of stop, maybe 25. But, we'll be there, hanging out, having a good time. And so, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the weekly update, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I won't be doing any videos next week or on midweek, but I'll see you the following weekly update, and the week ahead update. So I'll see you guys then. All right, cheers. Bye.